Quan hệ kinh tế song phương giữa Bỉ và Việt Nam ngày càng được tăng cường trong thập kỷ vừa qua. Bỉ là đối tác thương mại châu Âu lớn thứ 6 của Việt Nam, đạt khoảng 1,2 tỷ euro mỗi năm trong hợp tác trao đổi thương mại và tăng dần qua các năm. Đầu tư chính thức của Bỉ vào Việt Nam hiện nay khoảng 90 triệu euro. Các doanh nghiệp Bỉ có thế mạnh trong lĩnh vực cảng, giao thông, công nghiệp kim cương, cà phê, các sản phẩm nông nghiệp khác và tham gia ngày càng nhiều hơn vào các lĩnh vực mới như xử lý rác thải, vệ sinh môi trường, thiết bị y tế và các ứng dụng. Hiện có 65 dự án của Bỉ đang hoạt động tại Việt Nam với tổng số vốn là 724,21 triệu đô la Mỹ. Quan hệ thương mại giữa Bỉ và Việt Nam được cải thiện trong 5 năm qua. Các đặc điểm chung của doanh nghiệp Bỉ là đem đến Việt Nam công nghệ thân thiện với môi trường. Hamon là một trong những doanh nghiệp như thế. Là công ty được thành lập cách đây hơn 100 năm tại châu Âu và có mặt ở Việt Nam từ hơn 15 năm trước, Hamon đã ký kết hợp tác nhiều dự án tại Việt Nam như dự án nhiệt điện sông Hậu 1, dự án nhiệt điện Vĩnh Tân 1, v.v. Tất cả các dự án do Hamon ký đều đã phát huy hiệu quả, góp phần trong việc bảo đảm môi trường ở Việt Nam. Chuẩn bị 45 năm ngày Việt Nam và Vương quốc Bỉ chính thức thiết lập quan hệ ngoại giao, Truyền hình Nhân dân đã có cuộc trò chuyện với lãnh đạo tập đoàn Hamon để chia sẻ những góc nhìn của Hamon nói riêng và các nhà đầu tư Bỉ tại Việt Nam nói chung.
First of all, I would like to say thank you, Mr. Philippe Devaux, for our talk today.
Oh, I thank you. You're welcome.
Yes.
How long have you been here in Vietnam?
Oh, I've been spending time in Vietnam now for nearly 10 years, and very active, I would say, the last 6 years. I came first as a tourist.
Tourist?
Yes, and then I also, I'm quite proud of it. I have sponsored a scholarship for a little girl north of Vietnam, with a very poor family, and I'm very proud now she's a teacher. The girl is a teacher. So this is probably my best achievement in Vietnam.
And how about your story to be from a tourist in Vietnam? Now you change and work in Vietnam as an entrepreneur.
Oh, Vietnam, you cannot do without Vietnam today. I mean, Vietnam is one of the fastest growing economy, not only in Southeast Asia, but probably in the world. They have a high demand for our product. As you know, Hamon is an engineering and contracting group with a lot of technologies applicable to the Vietnamese market. We are very active in power plant, very active in refineries. So no way we cannot be absent from this market. Yes. So in 2012, we moved in Vietnam officially.
As an engineering company for environmental equipment, what is your business strategy for Vietnam market?
To say we are an environmental company is just a bit limitative. We are more than an environmental company. As I said, Hamon is engineering and contracting for more than 100 years now. And we have different technology for the Vietnamese market. We are the leader in cooling towers, being the wet cooling tower, being the air cool condensers. By the way, our first contract in Vietnam is a cooling tower, was for Hamon power plant. We are the world leader. 100% of the nuclear power plants in France are equipped with Hamon cooling tower. The latest, biggest Chinese and American power plants are equipped with Hamon cooling towers. So this is one of our products. You can say cooling tower is part of the environmental strategy too. Okay, then we are an environmental company. Secondly, we also sell and develop waste heat boiler and heat recovery steam generator. So we have boilers to produce the energy. We also have companies doing process heat exchangers, very active in the oil and gas industry. Yes. And then for sure, we have all the environmental branch, which is active in cleaning the emission from combustion gas in power plant, in refineries, in cement industry, steel industry. So we are very active on this field. Our strategy, I would say, before it was decided by the government, our strategy has always been localization. We knew that Vietnam will not accept that all these products will come just 100% imported from overseas. So we started to look for partners, to look for local suppliers. And today I would say our strategy is localization, partnership, I can talk about this if you want. And transfer of technology, sharing of experience.
Yes.
I mean, as you would say, it's like a win-win
Yes.
venture
Yes.
between our company and our Vietnamese partners.
Mhm.
How did your equipment supply to power plants and refineries help to improve environmental situation of Vietnam?
First of all, I think Vietnam has no other choice than continue to build power generation installation, being gas-fired power plant, coal-fired power plant. Renewable will not be the total answer for the Vietnamese market. You have the highest growth, as I said, 15% growth in Vietnam, so the demand in energy is very big. So there's no way to cut the program. But you need to do it in respect of the COP21, on respect of the environmental rules, regulation. As our ambassador said, the global warming is something very, very dangerous for Vietnam. Vietnam is very sensitive to it. So that has to be done. This increase of power capacity has to be done in the respect of the environment. We have more than 100 years experience in cleaning the gas from power plants.
Wow.
We have done it in US. You know how the rules in California are very strict. We're doing it in Europe. So as I said, for more than 100 years. So we bring our experience in Vietnam, and in two ways. We accompany the EPC contractors, being Japanese, European, Koreans, by bringing our best technology, best available technology for environment that they can include when they come here to help in building power plants. We have done a lot the last 5 years, just thinking about Vintan 2 power plant. We are doing Hamon power plant, Vintan 4, Zenai 3 we are doing now. I mean, and we are also in refinery, Nissan refinery. So the last 5 years we are very, very active. Some of these plants have been started and they reach the highest level of cleaning that you can find in USA or in Europe. That means that what you are starting now with our technology is really, really clean. This is one way. Second, with our partner, we are auditing the existing installation. What has been done in the past, I would not say has been done with the same specification. So it's still polluting. There are some cleaning equipment, but not up to date. So what we are doing now is visit this installation, make audit report, and then when the customer is convinced that we can improve, then we do the modification. It's like lately, there was also in the newspaper, a big complaint about this Vintan 2 power plant that was polluting all the neighborhood for months, and nobody could find a solution, so they tried for months. We went there, we made a report, we bring the solution, they let us modify the plan. In 8 weeks, we just solved the problem.
8 weeks.
8 weeks for something that has polluted for probably 8 months.
8 months?
Yes.
Oh.
With that solution, we brought a solution in 8 weeks.
Amazing.
So this is a second way how to help in the environmental.
We learned that Hamon entered in Vietnam market from 15 years.
Yes.
15 years, quite a long time. How do you find the policies of the government on foreign investment companies?
The first aspect that we must follow, and hopefully we did it very early, is just localization. I think the government, I said, will not accept anymore to bring the technology here. The product here, to import the product. So we have built great collaboration agreement. For example, we have a partner with whom we transfer technology, with whom we have a common factory to manufacture the equipment in Vietnam. And it's just EVNP CC2, a well-known company, famous. And we are continuously transferring and sharing our experience with them. So just to tell you, in 2014, which is yesterday, we were importing 100% of the equipment in Vietnam. Today, we are doing 65% locally. So it's a big, big move in 3 years. And this is thanks to the good partnership we have, and also some good suppliers that we are using now in Vietnam and helping them in understanding our standards. Companies like Lilama, very, very high quality. And our next step now, we are discussing with our partner and our suppliers to export from Vietnam, because Hamon is a worldwide company. We are building these plants all over the world, and Vietnam might be a very good sourcing region for us.
Working in Vietnam, what do you estimate about the business environment?
One of the points which is difficult for Western like mine or Western company like us, is to understand the Vietnamese system. Who is the decision maker? At the end, okay, it's always a solution, and hopefully we have great support from our ambassador, from all administration here in Vietnam, but it's very difficult to understand sometimes the Vietnamese system.
Yes.
Who is making the decision? You bid jobs, you can get the contract, or you have a contract, then it's suspended. You don't know why, you don't know what to do. But you have to be patient. There is always a solution. We work, we go ahead with our partner. That doesn't slow down our program. We just progress because at the end the demand is there. So it has to be done. The job has to be done. But it's sometimes more clarity would be better. As Ambassador said, also about the rules, now about 10 years I think that the Vietnam is in the World Trade Organization. So we would expect that more and more we would see the same attitude in Vietnam than in the other region.
Yes, and what's your recommendations?
Our recommendation is big world. No, I'm not here to give lesson. If I would give recommendation to my colleagues, Belgian colleagues company, or my short experience in Vietnam, I would say first to be patient. Patient. Second, they must be present. You must be here. You cannot do business in Vietnam if you do not understand the Vietnamese. As I said, use a maximum the support you can find from your country in Vietnam also. And then there is a market and everything is possible in Vietnam. Now, for the Vietnamese part, make the rules clear. When the rules are clear, you attract more supplier, you create better competition. Better competition brings better technology and brings better price. That's, if you can say, is a recommendation, but take it with.
Thank you for your recommendations. You know, EU Vietnam FTA, as a company with long-term active in Vietnam, what affects you to think to European companies working in Vietnam when the FTA agreement comes into force?
Yeah, first of all, I'm not an expert in the free trade agreement. I have an idea what it will bring, but I have no idea about the state of the negotiation. I hope that this free trade agreement will simplify all the formalities when we do business with Vietnam. As I said, we do 65% in Vietnam, but still 35% has to come from outside, because you cannot find in Vietnam. Yes. So this should lower the tax, should make easy this transfer of goods, and so I hope this will help. Yes. Help. To what extent, I'm really not an expert in the free trade agreement, but it will for sure help, as long as the rules are, or the standards are the same from everyone. So I hope, I'm sure our European organization are doing the best for the European supplier, and the Vietnamese also are protecting the Vietnamese suppliers. So the balance should bring something good, but I'm not an expert again.
And do you have any new plans or strategy for the coming year?
We are ramping up in the resources. We had an office in Hanoi. We have opened a new office now in Saigon. We are moving people. As I told you before, we will have about 6-7 power plants now running with our equipment. We need to survey this equipment, make sure that they are running for 20 years, not for 3-4 years, as I've seen some plants from other suppliers. So we must put the team here to continue and survey this plant. The second development we have is, as I told you, we have different technologies like boilers, and also there will be a lot of investment for the gas, not only coal in Vietnam. So we have our boiler technology, our boiler company, and we are starting to see where we can develop this, also with local partners.
Yes. And do you have any wishes for Vietnamese people or the people of Belgium and colleagues for the brand new year 2018?
Oh, I wish you all the best. I mean, Vietnamese people, I think I have more friends in Vietnam than in Belgium now. So I'm spending so much time in Vietnam. So I think the economy is growing in Vietnam. Every time I come here, it's changing every week. So I see new shop, new brand. So I just wish that the free trade agreement succeed. Yes. This will be a big move, and will make better growth for Vietnam and better welfare for the people of Vietnam.
Thank you, Mr. Philippe Devor, for coming with us today in our interview.
It was a pleasure.
And we hope in next year and the coming years we will get more successful in business in Vietnam.
Thank you very much.
Sir.
Thank you very much.
Những doanh nghiệp đến từ Vương quốc Bỉ như Hamon đã đem đến một luồng gió đầu tư từ châu Âu vào Việt Nam, nhất là trong bối cảnh Việt Nam và EU đang chuẩn bị các bước cần thiết để triển khai các thỏa thuận của Hiệp định Thương mại Tự do EU-Việt Nam EVFTA trong năm 2018. EVFTA được kỳ vọng đem đến những thuận lợi về thuế quan và xuất nhập khẩu, những lợi thế so sánh của các bên, cách thức để doanh nghiệp mở rộng xuất nhập khẩu. EVFTA được cho là một trong những hiệp định tốt nhất của EU đạt được với một quốc gia như Việt Nam. Một cái bắt tay đầy hứa hẹn trong hợp tác kinh tế, không chỉ giữa Việt Nam với Bỉ mà còn mở rộng với các nước châu Âu.